Hello, welcome everyone. One of my favorite stories is from the book of Numbers, chapter 25. If you read from verse 1 to 17, you find the full story about a certain young man who was passionate for God, and because of him, the Lord stopped the plague that was plaguing them at the time. It was said that the children of Israel were committing immoral sexual act with another nation, and the Lord was angry with them, and there was plague over Israel. That was the story. And Phinehas, being passionate for God, took a javelin, pierced it through a man and a woman, and he killed both of them instantly, and the plague ceased. What can we learn from this story? We are in a society today where we are acting like they were acting then. They were crying over the plague, they were holding meeting over the plague, and they did nothing about it. One person took action. Now, today, I'm not saying take a javelin and start killing people. No, no, no. But let's look at the javelin as a piercing word, statement that is piercing enough to stop the plague. Now, today, we act as if our actions have no consequence at all. Now, we display immoral behavior all over the place, and we tell ourselves, it's about me, it's my freedom. I can do whatever I like. And we use a particular language we call my truth. It is my truth. But what you don't know, or what you refuse to realize, is that your truth has a way of affecting the next generation. Now, the big question you ask yourself is your truth, your so-called truth, your so-called freedom, freedom to do whatever you like, freedom to stay naked on the street, freedom to say and defend any bad thing you can think about. What is the consequence of this freedom? Now you have a lot of freedom. It's your life. You can live your life the way you want it. Yes, but does it have a ripple effect? How is it affecting those that are below you? Now, today we are all pointing fingers. Some are pointing fingers at families. The children were not brought up properly. Some are pointing fingers at the school. We should be pointing finger at us. Point the finger at you. I believe the finger should be pointing right at us. What are you doing? What are you endorsing? What is that thing that is affecting the next generation? We should look at ourselves in the mirror and address ourselves. Now, it's possible home bringing is part of it. It's possible the school standard has fallen. It is possible that the church is to blame. It's possible that your government is to blame. But what about you? Have you ever decided to look at yourself? What are you giving out there? Now, what you are doing today, what impact is it making on the next generation? I want to believe there are some people in our midst who will act like the young man in the Bible with a javelin. Javelin this time is not the javelin as the sword, the javelin of the world. That you will communicate correctly, you will say the right thing, and you will help someone. We are the one that actually give or impregnate the next generation. We are in that position right now. We do things on the social media and we claim that is our truth. We do things out there and we claim it's our life. We have the freedom. We need to be free. Whatever it is you are doing out there, whatever it is you have freedom to do, how is it impacted on the next generation? That is the question you should ask yourself. Trust me, you are free to do whatever you want to do. But if what you are doing right now, what you are displaying on the social media, what you are selling out there, if it's going to hurt a child that is yet to be born, or a child that was just born yesterday, will you still do it? This is what I want us to consider today. Now, corporate organizations endorse immoral characters, and we call them our brands. Why? Because they have large and a huge following on the social media. What you don't know that I'm here to tell you is that endorsing them because you want to sell your business, you've actually endorsed them to be the role model of your children. Now, you cannot flog them out of it. You cannot beat them. You cannot beat the idea that you paid for out of them. It is not done that way. So, whatever you want to see in your children, put it out there in the society. What you want the future to be, start putting it out there. Put it out there with your cash. Put it out there with your action. Put it out there with the things that you endorse, the things that you approve, the things that you want to see. Put it out there. Stop arguing about who is doing what right and who is doing what wrong. Start with yourself. Be responsible for the tomorrow that you want to see. Take that javelin, which is your character, which is your words, which is the example that you want the world to see, and pierce it through this generation until the next generation will feel your impact. Now, I'm here to ask you, what do you have for the next generation? If you say it's not your responsibility, then who is? You think it's responsibility of the church or the school or the parent at home? It is all our responsibility to model the society we want to see. Now, if we start to model it in our corners, then the world will be a better place. So, guys, take responsibility, take ownership of the future, take ownership of your environment, take ownership of your actions. I know it is your truth, I know it is your right, but like I asked, if your right is going to hurt the future, will you still do it? It's going to hurt a baby, will you still do it? So, with that in mind, take responsibility. See you next week. God bless you.